Dennis Weiss, Eagle Communications. Welcome to our town. We're not even in town. We're at the Sand Springs Event Center with Gina Dalton. We're out on Deer Road. We're out here and we're going to tell them a little bit about the history of the place. But Gina Dalton, my goodness, what have you done with the dog barn?
I don't know, Dennis. What did I do? What did I do?
Well, you turned it into a palace, it looks to me.
What is that word that you use? The reconstruct,
reinvention, I think, is probably
recycle, recycle, reuse.
Okay.
Recycle, reuse. That's what I did.
My goodness, it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
And we had to grab you to get you on camera here, but I'm betting in 10 minutes people are going to start coming through that door to come see what you've done
I
here.
hope so. I hope so.
So it's a kickoff event. You're invited the community to come in and have a look. But let's tell them what it is. It's an event center. It's a big room. Dave and I counted tables in here. There's only 10 set up. You could easily put 6 or 8 more in here, maybe even more. So what are you going to do with the place?
I want it to be used by the local community, outside of the community. 2 years ago, my husband and I went to some weddings in another town from kids that were from Abilene. And I came home and I told Kevin, I said, I know what I'm going to do with that farm. And I didn't give him a chance to breathe. I had people out here in 2 weeks tearing down, we tore down 3 kennels, a lot of chain link fence, 2 semi-loads of concrete came out of the ground. And I said, I want people to come out here and use it and have joy. I want them to have joy when they're out here.
What a great vision, first of all. Second of all, Kevin, I feel your pain. So you invited me out here, it must be 2 years ago, because you said, I want you to come look at this and talk about an event center, if this is something we could do. And I never cared a bit about what you showed me. I looked at you and I said, yes, you can, because if you make your mind up, you're going to do it.
I'm pretty stubborn.
Yeah, well, stubborn is one way of saying it, but you're a committed individual and you're a hard worker. That I know from personal history. So, but we're reaping the fruits of your vision, labor, and Kevin's calluses, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He is in nursing school, so this last year has been tough for him because he wants to be out here and help me finish up, but he can't. But he did this whole building inside, piece by piece. He tore down 2 kennels that were in here.
Well, it's kind of like therapy, you know, from nursing school.
Yeah.
You take a break and go tear stuff apart.
Yeah.
Or you've got to put it back together in nursing school. Okay. So you had a little event here already, didn't you?
I have had 3 events so far. 3 events, and I have 3 more booked. And
tell us what they are so people can get an idea of what they can bring.
I had a wedding reception. I've had a birthday/graduation party. I have 3 more wedding receptions and a wedding next year in May booked.
How big is the building inside?
The building is 50 by 80, so it's about 4,000 square feet.
Okay.
Then minus I have 3 bathrooms, the kitchen, and the little storage room. So roughly 3,600 square feet.
And you have sliding doors on barn rails for the bathroom.
The bathrooms are my favorite part of the building.
They're cool. They're cool.
The bathrooms are my favorite part.
Yeah, so I'm hoping a lot of people come today and look up. Well, bathrooms are there, but the old bar mirror that's on the wall of the bathroom on the outside here that we're looking at right now.
I like that too.
That's kind of fantastic. Where did you find that?
I found that in Springfield, Missouri. Our son goes to Missouri State down there, his musical theater major. And we went to see one of his shows, and I knew that there was...
Does he have a first name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Brendan. My son, Brendan.
Because people will remember him from Great Plains Theater.
Yes. We went to his show, and I knew that there was an antique fest that weekend, so I told my husband we were going before we left town. And there was a gentleman there that had the back bar, and at that time, when I saw that back bar, the north and south walls weren't even on this building.
Okay.
They had taken the tin off, and I'm, do I need it? I don't need it, but I wanted it. So I told him I would take it. And he said, if I take the back bar, I really need to purchase the mirror too. That came out of an old pharmacy mirror.
Oh, that's very cool.
So I purchased both of those, and he was kind enough to hold on to them for me till I got pretty much completed, and then he delivered them for free from Lebanon, Missouri.
No, well, who doesn't want to come to Abilene, Kansas?
Well, that's what he said. He said, I want to come to Abilene anyways because I love going to the shops there and finding unique stuff.
See, you're the perfect guest. You know all the right things, the stories to tell, the things to say.
There we go.
So you and I working together history comes from when you were board president for Great Plains Theater Board, and you walked in to the executive chair when Michael Hernandez left and Elizabeth was volunteering there. That's when I really knew without a doubt that you were in the hardest worker of our area class of person. The work that you guys put into that organization while you ran a real estate business was amazing.
Just started selling real estate at that time.
It was, but I was telling Dave the story before the camera came on. That effort, I haven't really got a chance to say that to you on camera. That effort was unbelievable, Gina Dalton. The work you put into that, and you know, Kevin and I know, right, what that looks like. I remember about the 430 time you had his pickup and we were hauling stuff.
Yes,
And you said, I think Kevin's about done with the pickup today. So, yeah, we've all been there now because that's what it took. But thank you.
Everybody, a lot of hard work.
There was, but thank you. So,
You're
but
welcome.
here we are, in my view, and the reason I tell that story, because here we are in round 2 for Gina Dalton. This addition to our community is going to be good for us.
I hope so. I want the community to support it. I want outside the community to support it. Like I said before, what I want people to experience out here is joy. I want them to feel joy, no stress. I've done weddings before and they're fun, but there's a lot of stress involved.
It's 5 o'clock right now. As soon as this interview's done, I'm a Lime-A-Rita joy away.
Joy, joy, joy.
Okay, so you know, I tricked you into talking about Brendan Dalton, right, your boy? So,
Yes, I love him.
who is a fantastic artist on the stage of GPT. So much talent we produce in Abilene through GPT, and it goes out into the world. Well, wouldn't we love to bring some back? And it's places where you can do things that it takes to get that kind of people to come home. And we have Great Plains Theater, but that doesn't mean that cannot be the only place that fun and entertainment can happen. And this, I could see several things going on in here in the entertainment world
Well,
that would
funny,
be dang cool.
Yeah. Funny you speak of GPT because when the florist delivered a couple gifts to me today from some friends, she said, oh, you know what this would be great for? Great Plains Theater masquerade ball that they have would be beautiful out here.
Fundraising events, all sorts of things.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of fundraising goes on in our community, has forever, right? That's one of the reasons Abilene is so strong. We have a strong fundraising community that works together and then spreads that money out across nonprofits and people in need and things in need. But having a place to do things, and we've been a little short of that. We have the courtyard at Eisenhower, we have Sterl Hall, we have the rec center, and that's about it. So rooms, but rooms with something more than a room, here we are.
Sure.
Kind of nice.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, people need to come see.
Yes, please come see. 2256 Deer Road, Sand Springs venue.
Now, if you don't use your GPS, you just turn on Deer Road and you drive until it flattens out on top. Turn right.
Yes, yes. I do have a 2256 on the mailbox, but it's kind of hard to see.
We need to talk you into a digital sign right out there by the road.
A digital?
A digital sign.
Let's
you know,
get
I
some
love
bookings
digital
in here.
signs.
Let's get some rentals in here first, and then maybe I can.
Okay.
Maybe
Next
I can
year.
get some.
Next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
So it's just
Yeah.
going to be fun. So I tell you, as we look forward to tonight, this is a chamber event for you, right?
This is
Kind of a ribbon cutting.
I did have to get a conditional use permit to do this out here.
Okay.
And as soon as that county commission unanimously said approved, I went straight to the chamber office and
so proud
signed
of you.
up.
So proud
I
of
know
you.
how important it is.
It is,
to support.
I get the newsletter every week, or the email blast every week. I saw your ad for this place in that, so thank you for supporting a
Yes,
chamber
absolutely.
who helps every business in town.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So, what's the very funnest thing you've got planned for this event that we want to tell people about for this place? Funnest event in this venue?
Well, besides the weddings, birthday parties, Christmas parties, office events that you can have, something that's personal to me. This is a little personal.
Okay.
My mother's from Pennsylvania,
Yes.
and her family has had family reunions every year. And 20 years ago, they decided to do a road trip. And Abilene was the first place they came to 20 years ago
Okay.
to leave Pennsylvania.
Right.
So next year, we're going to have the Markle family reunion out here. And I told them, you know, we can go horseback riding. I don't have RV hookup places, but if they want to park their RVs, I've
Yeah,
got plenty of
you
parking
you
and
do.
run their generators. So I think that's going to be fun.
That's going to be great.
They're a fun group of
And
people.
that's a great idea for other people too. This would be a great place to have a family reunion.
Well, and how good for Abilene will that be? Because they have family coming from Arizona, Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
all over. They said, book the motel, you know, get us the motel information, get us the restaurant information for a caterer. So
you're one of the people that I don't have to preach to in Abilene about
Nope.
economic
development.
revitalization
There we go.
and economic development.
That was the word I was looking for. Economic revitalization.
Okay.
I revitalized the dog farm.
There you go. The dog farm lives, and except it's going to be cooler. Air conditioning in here.
Well,
and
actually,
a
we
big,
had air for the dogs too.
Yeah, I know, but it was for little dogs. It was for the big dogs now, you see, the big 6'2"
Sure.
dogs. So.
And I do, that was good you brought it up. I have air conditioning for the summertime. I have heat for the winter. I have a kitchen available. I have 3 bathrooms, plenty of parking. Something that the groups that have rented so far have commented is they like it because the kids can go outside and play and they don't have to worry about it.
I hadn't thought of that.
No cars, no activities, and let me tell you, those kids have been running all over this place.
So I'm going to get Dave to take some pictures of it after we're through talking, but you also have an outside area right outside
patio area.
that southern door, and you didn't have the fence up when I was here last. It looks great.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. I had a good helper that helped me tear down all the chain link fence, and he helped me put up all my new fencing. So
That looks good.
Yeah.
Hey, people coming in the door, it's 5 after 5. I knew they would. That's
okay.
good.
Yes, that's good.
And you have kids coming.
Okay, it's gonna get loud.
See that? That's
Gonna get
okay.
loud
We're
and
about done
party.
anyway. Gina Dalton, thank you for letting us bring camera in.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks for letting us tell the story because it's a great
Welcome.
story.
You're welcome.
Give your phone number.
785-787-3082, or you can look up my website, sandspringsvenue.com.
And they can find you down at Best Realty.
And find me
quite
at
often,
Kansas
too.
Best Realty too, all the time.
Yeah, that's where the wild girls live down there. They're always running. People fly in and
Yeah.
out of that door and faster than any place in town, I'm pretty sure. Zing,
We're
zing,
pretty
zing,
busy.
zing.
We're pretty busy.
Well, that's good. Thanks for letting us in.
Thank you, Dennis.
I applaud you for the work, and I will shake Kevin's hand and buy him a
Okay.
free beer on my
That'll
way
be
out
good.
up here, because I
That'll
think he
be good.
deserves it, don't you?
Yes, he
Yes,
does.
okay.
I've been pretty hard on him lately.
I'm Dennis Weiss. I work for Eagle Communications. This is Gina Dalton, and she has built Sand Springs Event Center along with her husband, Kevin. It's going to be great for our community. We want to see you here. Have a great day.